Hi everybody. It's really lovely to meet you all. My name is Kelly Thistlethwaite and I am a matrescence coach. I'm a mama rising facilitator. I am a mother to my beautiful little girl, Lily May, who is 21 months old, and I run my own business. Today's talk is titled, and I have my notes here, ladies, to keep me on track and keep me in the time limit, so I'll be reading some notes as we go, is nurturing the inner split. How to identify and value with the two main roles that you play in life, the woman and the mother. So we are all here together. We are women, we are mothers. And today I want to set the scene for this talk by telling you more about this amazing word, matrescence. So matrescence is the transformation that a woman goes through when she becomes a mother. This continual transformation as she moves throughout motherhood. And I don't know about you ladies, it was one of the biggest awakenings of my life. What a beautiful gift. And the most challenging time of my life too. So in Matrescence, we talk about, and let me read this here for you. So the complete transformation and identity shift as a woman as she moves throughout motherhood. It's social, it's psychological, it's physical, it's economical, it's cultural, it's spiritual. There are so many aspects of our lives which are altered, which are changed when we become a mother. Matrescence's role is to awaken us as a collective and an individual to all of the false truths that we have been taught about being a mother and a woman, and to bring us to our truth. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today. What does it mean to you to identify and to really value what motherhood looks like to you, and what being a successful woman looks like, a successful businesswoman. So matrescence was first coined by Dana Raphael in the 1970s. She was fierce, she was amazing. And then it was brought to life again by Dr. Aurelie Athen. And she draws the similarities from matrescence to adolescence, saying that matrescence is this process of becoming a mother. It's this developmental passage where women transition through preconception, pregnancy, birth, surrogacy or adoption. However we become a mother, we are mothers, to the postnatal period and beyond. The exact length of matrescence is individual, reoccurs with each child, and may arguably last a lifetime. The scope of changes are on so many levels, as I mentioned, and can be likened to the developmental push of adolescence. So this idea that we know when we become an adult that it's a messy phase, it takes a while, it's uncomfortable, change always is. Yet sometimes in motherhood, and I don't know what your experience was, ladies, but we expect it to be quick, to bounce back. The maternal mandate that we are all surrounded by leads us to believe that if we're women, then we want to become mothers, and when we are mothers, that it will come naturally to us. But what if it doesn't? What if we find it challenging? What is this cultural norm that we're born into gonna make us think and feel about ourselves? What are our definitions of being a good mum? What does that look like? We're going to dive into that just in a little while. So, matrescence, I'm not sure if you've heard of this word before. It was like music to my ears when I heard it. When I first became a mother, I just felt like the whole of my life changed like that. And it's instant for some women, it's not instant for others. For me, it was instant. Priorities completely shifted. Um, and who I felt that I was, my identity shifted too. Our identity does shift. And in Matrescence, we talk about this as the inner split. So the inner split being this idea that we are splitting too as we become mothers. We are the woman that we were, and then we're the mother, the woman that we're becoming through motherhood. These two identities. And misunderstanding of this, feeling like it's not normal to feel split, to feel lost within the role of mothering, when we can feel so content and happy and overwhelmed and joyful and in love with this role of being a mother, and lost at the same time. And when we don't understand that actually this is okay, this is a process and it takes time, it can lead to guilt, shame. Oh, I'm not a good mum, I'm not good at this, I don't want to, it's not enough for me, I don't just want to be a mum. These sentences that might bring up feelings of shame and guilt, we self-silence, we push them down. And actually, quite a lot of the time, it doesn't lead to a positive outcome. It can lead to anger and resentment. It can lead to more so perfectionism. We don't get angry, we get perfect. And this supermum mentality. So I just want to give you some background into matrescence. These might be concepts which you can relate to. And they're just setting the scene to what we're going to come on to focus to, ladies. So this idea of this inner split, I want us to today value those two parts of us, these two main roles that we play in our lives, because they are leading roles and they are so important. The woman that we are and the mothering that we do require so much of us, and they are so important. The way that we mother, the time it takes to mother, every single job that we do that sometimes can feel invisible leads us to feel invisible, leads us to feel at the end of the day like we've not achieved anything, is so important, not only to our children and our family, to the wider community and the world. It's such an important job. And if we can value that role, if we can know that that is very much a feminine energy, this nurturing, this loving, this using our intuition, this softer energy, really being in touch with our gut feelings, our power as women, knowing the strength in that. And then also looking at our definitions of that. What does it mean to be a good mum? I don't know about you ladies, but throughout my time as a mum, and I'm a new mum, my little girl's only 21 months old, but a lot of that has been spent in this pandemic. The mother load isn't high, it's off the scale at the moment. We are being asked to mother so intensely. We weren't meant to mother alone. We meant to have this village around us, our elders helping us to understand and nurturing us as we mother, because when a child is born, a mother is born too. And we don't know how to do it all. We're learning all the time. It's this feminine energy that allows us to lean into that and forgive ourselves for mistakes that we make, that nurtures us as we are mothering, as we are nurturing others. That helping support, that cup of tea, that play date. Oh, how I miss them, ladies. Oh, so really identifying everything that we do and valuing everything that we do as mothers is so important for us to do. Because if we can value ourselves, others will value us too. Then let's look at, so your definition of a good mother, and this is the first point that I want you to reflect on. What does that mean to you? You know, have you found yourself saying, God, I'm just not a good mum today. I'm trying to juggle so much. I forgot the cooking, the cleaning's gone a bit like the toy that my child loves isn't washed and it's been dirty and it's left there, and the hat and gloves that got full of mud yesterday, they're not washed, they can't go out today, and I haven't cooked from scratch, I haven't, X, Y, and Z, whatever it might be. What does this good mother look like to you? What does she look like? What does she dress like? What does she say? What does she do? You know, this societal norm, these expectations that we have, maybe preconception of what a good mum is. She's always patient. She always wants to be present and there with her children. She never shouts. She never loses her temper. Ladies, lockdown has been so intense. I've used the phrase, God, I'm just a bad mum, so much. And I've had to really catch myself and say, no, I'm not. I am learning. This is intense. And put some boundaries in place for myself to give myself time to step away from that mothering role and to mother myself. So I want us to today, as you're reflecting now on what your perception of being a good mum was and maybe still is, I want you to ask yourself now, what is my reality at the moment of that? You might be homeschooling. That's another hat that we're being asked to wear. That's another layer of pressure to now be this teacher in an intense way at home with your children. And really what I want you to do is see if you can take some expectations off of yourself at the moment, some pressure. And really to identify and value everything that you're doing in a day. Take some pressure off. Know you're doing an amazing job. And to really step into your power as a mother and redefine what being a good mum looks like for you. Who is that woman? Who are you? What do you say? What do you look like throughout the day? What activities do you do with your child that light you up, that will light them up too? Because they learn from us. Our children want happy, inspired, empowered parents. They don't need the food to be cooked from scratch, the ironing to be perfectly done, the Instagrammable room. They don't need all these things that maybe these social norms perceive to us that we need to provide. They need us to be present, not all the time, ladies. We don't have to enjoy it all the time, do we? I get bored sometimes. Once I've been a horse for my little girl, she loves horses, for the 20th time in the day. I'm over it. And that is okay. I am not a bad mum because I don't love every minute. So can we take some judgment and pressure off of ourselves? Can we honour this role that we play as a mother and honour the fact that we need mothering too, that we're learning too, and we're doing the best that we can in some very intense times. So empowering you right now to redefine your definition of the good mum and what success looks like in a day at the moment in terms of your mothering. Are your children alive at the end of the day? Are they fed? Done. If that was what our definition was of success at the end of the day, do your shoulders relax? Does your jaw soften? Can a smile come across your face? Could you maybe afford some time in your day to take some pressure off? Could less time of homeschooling be enough? Could getting through the day with only 4 arguments with siblings, your children arguing, can we take the pressure off ourselves? Can we do what we need throughout the day more often? And then, ladies, I want us to come on to this other main role that we play, the woman. this beautiful woman that is at the root and the heart of the mother, that is still here. And can we honour her? Can we look at our definition now of what it is to be a successful woman, to be a successful businesswoman? What does that look like to you? Everything changes when we become mums. There are 24 hours in a day. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying we can't be kick-ass, badass women. Sorry for my language, because we can and we are, ladies. Sit up a little taller as I say this to you. We are incredible. We are running businesses. We are creating livelihoods. We are making an impact with the work that we do. But we're mothers too, and we can't be expected to work as if we don't have children and mother as if we don't work. We need to honour the two. We need to understand that they are a part of the same 24 hours in a day. We need to nourish, value, and identify and respect both parts so that they can be in balance, so that we can turn up to our mothering with full respect of that, without feeling guilty for not being at work, scrolling through our phone whilst we're with our children. Boundaries are a big one for that. I'm going to come at the end to my key things that I know help me. But can we be at work and can we feel empowered to spend this time to really fulfill this creative part of us? This part of our being that needs nourishing so that we are a happy and inspired woman, and we can take that into our mothering. Mum guilt, mum shaming. Can we end all of this? Can we reduce it? Feeling guilty for not replying to emails. Working, I'm going to say it again, working like we don't have children and mothering like we're not at work. This perceived choice, that and rigged system that we can have it all. Again, ladies, please don't mistake me for saying that we can't be successful women and amazing mothers, present wives, loving friends, have the life that we want to lead. That is not what I am saying, because we absolutely can. And we do, we're creating it each and every day. But what I am saying is that we do live in a world where there is this rigged system and judgment around the choices that we make. So we can have it all. We can have a successful career. We can have this amazing life with travel, with all these career aspirations, and we can be the present mother, the nurturing mother, the house is spotless, the loving wife, the amazing daughter, the friend, the plates that we spin. At what cost does spinning all these plates have on us if we don't understand that we can have it all, but we need the support in place? And at the minute, this is my point of bringing this up in this pandemic, we need the childcare. We need the loving support of our partner. We need the loving support of our friends and family. We need the money to be able to pay for child support if it's not in-house with family and friends helping us. And at the moment, we're being asked to mother, we're being asked to work in isolation. And just for anyone out there that is struggling at the moment with feeling like they're successful at their mothering and nailing their business, you are not alone. This is so challenging at the moment. So challenging. So when we believe that we can have it all, when we believe that we are the only ones that aren't managing, when we're juggling so much and we're in this real masculine energy that we have of just do, just push, just keep going, it's at the detriment to our health and our relationships. And it comes from a deep desire to to really want to fulfill this successful part of us as women at all costs. Sentences like, I'm not going to let motherhood change me. I don't want to just be a mum. Don't know if anyone can relate to that too. We need to redefine our definition of success in our business and as women to really align with where we are now. I'm not saying we can't achieve more, we can't be more. The sky really is the limit, but it has to sit in alignment with what we're going through at the moment. 24 hours in a day. What is our support network like? What are our demands in other areas of our lives? Because if we don't redefine and adapt to the change that we're going through, we're going to always feel like we're less than. We're going to always feel like we're failing. And that energy isn't going to do anything for us as women in our business, in our life, as our mothering. So can we now look at what is success for me in my life as a woman with my business? What does success look like? Can we take the pressure off of ourselves? Can we start to think about practical implications of barriers and timing around the time that we work? And doing less so that we can be more. Trusting that the things that we say yes to within business are enough. Being fierce with our prioritizing. So the few things that we now say yes to because our time is split, our demands are so high, the help that we're receiving at the moment is so low. Knowing that and respecting that there's so many no's that have to come around that to be able to say yes. So the things that we say yes to, they need to be so aligned. We can't waste time. We can't overwork. We've got to really listen to our intuition. The feminine energy that we bring to mothering, as well as the masculine, the organizing, the structuring, the doing, the lists. But the true mothering nature that we have, can we bring that into our business? Can we soften? Can we use our gut feelings? Can we use our intuition more? And can we trust that we, as well as in our mothering, need to find the balance of that energy? And can we know that it's not weak, it's strength actually for us to say no to things, for us to soften a little bit? Because if we don't value these two roles, if we don't value ourselves within these two roles, we will absolutely burn ourselves out and we won't be fulfilled in either role. And that's not the aim, is it? We want to be happy and healthy and inspired. We want to be role models for our children. You know, let's just talk about that for a second. Let's keep an eye on the time. We want to inspire and empower our children to know their value, to love themselves. And for me, the time that I put into understanding my two roles, valuing my two roles, and weaving time throughout my day to say yes or no to things, to show my little girl that mummy matters too, that mummy's working to provide for us, that mummy's working because mummy really loves this. And it's so important for us all to be happy in our family. For me to show my daughter that she can value herself is one of the most powerful messages I think that I can give my little girl. So ladies, I wanted to empower you today to value the two roles that we play, the mother and the woman, to redefine your definition of what success looks like for these two at the moment and keep redefining it. We are in a global pandemic. This is hard at the moment, but we can do hard things, as Glennon Doyle says. We can get through this. We can be successful business women. We can be beautiful mothers. We just need to honour ourselves. Weave time throughout our day for ourselves. to keep connected with ourselves, whatever that looks like to you. And really, kindness and compassion and forgiveness is at the root of this as well. Forgiving yourself when you snap with your child, forgiving yourself when you've not responded to that email quick enough. Redefine your definition of success. Show other people what that is too. I hope that's been useful, ladies. Some of the main points, if I haven't said them already, just to finish off with, are to have this love and compassion for yourself, to really value this role of a mother, of every single thing you do in the day that leads you to be able to nourish your beautiful children, and to also value the parts of you that need nourishing too. To celebrate your daily wins, yes, and the smaller the better. To catch yourself, to call out this mean mama voice of, oh, failure, not doing enough, I'm not a good mother, oh, I'm not a good businesswoman at the moment. Stop those sentences now. Some affirmations for you. Today I focus on my wins. One day at a time. Perfection is not the aim today. Only this in this moment. That one's really helped me, ladies. I am doing my best, and my best is enough. I am enough. Oh, ladies. So remember your value. Try and find the balance within this masculine and feminine energy when you're mothering and when you're at work. I think I'll leave it there. So I hope that was insightful. I hope that learning about matrescence was beneficial. We really scratched the surface today. Just to give you some information about other things that I do that you might be interested in coming to. I'm now leading 6-week courses in matrescence. The first one that I'm running starts on the 4th of February. I'm sure links will be passed around as to how you can find me, but my business name is Yorkshire Yogi. I'm a Yorkshire lass. I'm from the north of England. Beautiful part of the country. If you've never been, come and say hello. So yeah, I'm running some online courses. My business is called Yorkshire Yogi, so I'll make sure the links to everything are put where you can find them. But the course that I'm running is a 6-week online course, which is called Discover Matrescence. I also am a co-founder of a platform called Fly Mama, a platform to help nourish mums through pregnancy and postnatally, with pre and postnatal yoga and Pilates. One of my best friends is a women's health physiotherapist, and she runs the platform with me and delivers talks on women's health, hormonal health, imbalances, everything that changes for us as we are women, tissue healing through pregnancy and after birth, scar management for C-sections, the whole lot. And I do weave matrescence throughout that platform too. That's a monthly membership that I run. So ladies, I hope today was useful. I'm just mindful of time. If you want any more information on matrescence, it is a field, motherhood studies is a field that is up and coming. There are some amazing women and men that are researching and looking at research to pull some language together for us to help us understand this huge transition that we go through as women. The main message today is to be super kind to yourself, to value the two main roles that you play, that we play as women, and to empower you to live more of a fulfilled life as both this beautiful woman that you are and the mother that you are too. Oh, lovely to meet you all. Please do let me know how you found today. If you've got any questions, please contact me. I would love to meet you in the future and see you on some of my courses. Huge love to you all. Thank you, ladies. Bye.